Hello viewers, welcome to MBTV Weekly Property Roundup. We bring to you top developments from Indian real estate space, which is going to have a lasting impact on you as consumer. I'm Prasun Kumar, Marketing Head of Magicbricks, and with me is Jayashree Kurup, Senior Real Estate Journalist and Editor-in-Chief of MBTV to decode all these developments for you. Welcome, Jayashree.
Thanks, Prasun.
So some important news coming our way, Jayashree, where the Kamath committee report has picked up real estate as one of the 26 sectors for loan restructuring.
Yeah.
And, a leading related development to that was Supreme Court also saying no loan to be declared NPAs till further orders. Now, both this put together, all in all, give enough confidence to the industry as well as consumers now?
I think so. More than confidence, Prasun, it's that loans will not be declared NPAs, which means that the banks will now be able to continue lending to the sector. Like, the last 2 years, we had intense reforms in real estate. But the impact of those reforms have to come slowly, right? And then the biggest thing is that by the time the impact comes, we don't want that these loans should be NPAs. Then the lenders can't lend. And that was one of the biggest challenges that the lenders were facing. So now, once the RBI allowed restructuring of loans, the Kamath committee report has actually brought real estate into its purview, which will be a big relief for a lot of developers and a lot of consumers. Because people who've lost their jobs or salary cuts during the COVID period, they may not be able to service their loans currently. So if you front load it lighter and then step up the loans towards the end, people who their jobs will come back, they'll be able to pay once the crisis is off.
Yeah, sure. And in continuation of these consumer-friendly and industry-friendly developments that have happened, Bank of Maharashtra and Indian Overseas Bank, both these banks have slashed the MCLR also by 10 basis points. Now, this is also going to now make credit cheaper and therefore help the end consumer anyway.
That's right. It will, and I believe that we'll still see a lot of rounds of lowering of interest rates. Currently, the way our economy is structured, these loans can come down to about 6%. And we are still at 7.4%. And that is what most of the experts believe that it will come down to.
Okay. Now, NBCC, which had the mandate on Amrapali stuck projects, has informed Supreme Court about completion of 230 units of Amrapali projects. Now, while the numbers are small at this point of time, but how significant is this development and what kind of momentum are you seeing on Amrapali side?
See, there is work started on the ground. Some the lowest hanging fruits are the ones that were almost complete. You just finish and hand over. The fact is that the work has begun. It needs to pick up a lot more momentum, and the numbers that we have are very huge. About 25,000 consumers are waiting, right? But so the 230 is a very small number, but the fact is that it is a number. I mean, after a long time of being completely stuck, some numbers are coming through. It's good news.
Sure. And in a related development, Supreme Court has now directed Mahagun builders to deposit about 240 odd crores by March to get access to a plot that was earlier sold to Amrapali. So a lot of these now, transactions have started taking place in the industry where stressed assets have been taken over by other developers to take it forward.
No, this is more than that. This was a plot that Mahagun bought from Amrapali. The licensee was Amrapali. There was a sub-sale where it was sold to Mahagun. Now, if Mahagun needs to build, it needs to deposit its money with the court. And that's what the court has said.
All right. And down south, Karnataka RERA has imposed penalty on builders for delayed submission of audits. How common is this, and are all RERA regulators as proactively doing these things, and how big a deterrent it is for developers?
It is a significant deterrent. It is to bring developers to toe the line. And recently we had Mr. Rajiv Kumar and Mr. Anthony Disa, of UP and MP RERAs talking to us in an exclusive show. And maybe, Aman, you can put the link on the show. The thing is that they have, the forum of RERAs has actually said that whatever other must-haves in the RERA law, they are now trying to enforce it on the ground. And if developers are not meeting the requirements, they are putting penalties on the developers. This is a good move because RERAs, the very basis of RERA was that information should be coming out regularly. And this will force the developers to actually maintain their record books and balance sheets well. That's a very big step forward.
Sure. And, Maharashtra has been in news for that big stamp duty cut that they did. Really quick start demand as far as Maharashtra was concerned. Now, they have also decided to review the ready reckoner rates by end of September. If you could just tell our viewers, about a little bit about RRs and what is the impact it's going to have for them.
Ready reckoner rates are exactly what it is. It's called circle rates in some areas and guidance values in other areas. So guideline values, guidance values, circle rates, and ready reckoner rates are more or less the same. It is what the government says that the minimum price at which you can sell a property, the per square foot rates in that particular locality. Guideline values are normally fixed for all localities across the city. And these are supposed to be, what's happened is that because the markets fell, after a long time, the prices fell so dramatically that the guideline values in many places or the ready reckoner rates in many places are above the actual transaction values. So suppose I am a seller and I want to sell at, say, a discounted rate because I want the money. I'm in financial stress. I'm not able to sell it at the lower value because then the income tax department would come and say, why are you selling at what is lower than the guideline value or the ready reckoner rates? Now, Maharashtra has, picked up a lot of urban reforms in the real estate sector. And they've said that now that they have reduced the stamp duty and registration rates, the guideline value was the other, ready reckoner rates was the other thing that the industry had been clamoring for. So they're looking at it and they will do this. They will correct it, and they've said very shortly they'll come up with it. The bigger issue here, Prasun, is that there is no third-party ready reckoner rates that can be referred to. What is the price? What is the price of lowest transacted price of property in that locality? Because our registration rates have not historically been very above board, so there is no formal system for the government to fix that rate. And that has been the biggest challenge, and governments have been struggling with this.
Sure. So, viewers, this is it for this week. We'll come back again next week with important developments from the industry and the sector. Till then, keep watching MBTV.
I'd like to tell our consumers that the Kamath committee report is a very important report, and on Friday this week we have some experts coming and discussing what is there in the Kamath committee report. Next week we will have another show on what is the impact of the Kamath committee report on real estate. Do keep logged into MBTV because there's lots happening, and we're going behind the announcements to tell you what's in it for you. Each announcement, what is in it for you. So thank you for watching.